6:16 on what is turning out to be a pretty nice Saturday morning. It is a little bit hazy out there this morning, but otherwise quiet with just a few clouds around. 62 right now at Peak Internet in Woodland Park on Gold Hill, though the anemometer is showing calm wind there. I think if you look closely, you can see that the trees are moving around. And there are some pockets where it's breezy this morning, and we are going to have some wind off and on through the day today. Fairly mild temperatures in much of eastern Colorado. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s for the plains, 30s and 40s up high. Notice some variety, by the way. Lyman's down to 50, for example. We're at 68 in La Junta. It's an indication of the air, at this point anyway, being kind of dry. When you get the air dry, as it settles, it can get pretty cool in some spots, especially low-lying areas. But it also warms up very quickly, and so we do think that by lunchtime, with a lot of sunshine around and the wind helping to mix up the atmosphere, we'll be off and running well into the 80s and probably in some cases on the plains, probably already in the 90s by noon. As we move into the afternoon, clouds will begin to develop. You notice at 3 o'clock, Skycast shows simply a few showers developing mainly out across the mountain areas. I do think we'll be pretty quiet through this time frame as far as thunderstorms are concerned, but it will be breezy and quite hot. Temperatures up around 90 for a high in Colorado Springs. We'll have mid to upper 90s along the Arkansas River, 60s and 70s for the high mountain areas, and then 80s should do it for the southern valleys. Now, once we get past 3 o'clock, we are going to be tracking a cold front. That may kick off some gusty wind here late in the afternoon and during the evening hours. And though Skycast doesn't show it, I do think we're going to get a little broken line of showers and thunderstorms to develop in that 3 to 6 o'clock time frame. They won't have a lot of water to work with, so they aren't likely to be strong or severe, but they could kick up some pretty gusty wind, rain on you for a little while, and certainly produce frequent lightning as they roll south and east here across the area through the evening hours, and then come to an end pretty quickly after the sun goes down tonight. Beyond the thunderstorms, the wind will begin to die out, the air will dry out some, and we do think that overnight tonight will end up comfortably cool. I think when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be looking at about 50 in Colorado Springs. So nice sleeping weather tonight. Storms today, I do believe, will develop at about a 30% coverage across the area. Tomorrow, it's unlikely we'll have them. Very nice temperatures tomorrow in the middle 70s. We'll bounce right back into the upper 80s on Monday, and we should stay pretty warm on Tuesday. As we start to move through the middle of next week, the monsoon flow will start to come back over the area, will increase water levels in the atmosphere. That will help to take our temperatures down a little bit, but it also means better chances for storms that might be capable of producing some pretty decent rainfall. I think right now, Thursday would bring us the best chance for some heavier rain with any storms that might develop. And we'll round out the week with highs in the low to mid 80s. Pueblo, 82 tomorrow. That's a nice little change from the heat we're expecting today, but then you're back in the 90s the first half of next week. Showers and thunderstorms today at about a 20% coverage, then pretty dry for a few days. They might come back into the picture here about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Canyon City, you too should be hot today, windy at times, high around 92, but only 81 tomorrow. Lows in the 50s for the next couple of nights, so that sounds pretty nice. Then we'll start getting hot again and a little bit sticky with the showers and thunderstorms returning later on next week, back up to near 90 degrees. Teller County, look for about 68 for a high tomorrow, maybe in Woodland Park. Storms should decrease in coverage tomorrow, about a 10% coverage, but look at the overnight lows in the 40s. That sounds pretty nice. Then we get back in the 70s, and the storms come back later on next week. So we're not done with them yet. But once we get past today, I think we'll get a break from most of the rain for a little while.
Oh.
And we'll get comfortably cool tomorrow.
All right, comfortably cool. I think people are ready for that. You know,
Right.
End of August, I think it's time for that. And sleeping weather, like you mentioned, that definitely is a bonus for the cooler temperatures, for sure.
I think it'll feel nice tomorrow, but again, you got to get through today first. It's going to be pretty hot today.
All right, sounds good, Marty. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.